I'm a 80s baby, but growing up in the 90s, one of the most popular shows was Cops. And when I used to watch Cops, even when I was younger, there was remnants of my intelligence. There was little sparks of my potential because when I was watching Cops, I used to say to myself inside, how is things this bad? The war on drugs, for those who don't know, which is really, in actuality, the war on black people. But I'm not going to move too fast. For those who don't know why the war on drugs is the war on black people, it's because everything was done purposely. The drugs, all of it was put in our communities purposely. Before I go any further, just imagine what black communities would be like had that never occurred, had that never been done to us. There's an entity that most of us want to pretend doesn't exist, assaulting us at every turn, attacking us at every turn. But just imagine had they never done that to us. All the overdoses never would have occurred. All the killings behind fighting over the drugs never would have occurred. All of the black men in prison never would have occurred. What you have is an overwhelming population of black people. And when you have an overwhelming population, your voice must be heard and you must be respected because your numbers demand it. And the evil powers over us know this. But the war on drugs, super genocide. And black people are so tough, man. We are so tough because we know our torture and everything we've been going through goes back hundreds, thousands of years. So we took that like a champion, man. The war on drugs, and we're still dealing with it. But it just occurred to me how when I was watching Cops, I was really watching the genocide of my own people being televised. And not just Cops. Then you got another 48 hours coming out. Then you had all these shows talking about gangs and black men killing each other left and right. And it's crazy. Becoming products of our environment. But it's sad when motherfuckers have to create chaos in order to give people something to do. What I mean by that, if they wouldn't have done that to us, dropped all those drugs in our neighborhoods, you can even call it chemical warfare if you want to. to some extent it is chemical warfare. But how does one get away with such a thing? Gotta have a lot of power. And a lot of people that had direct hands in doing it are still walking around right now without a care in the world. All the drugs. But black people are so awesome, both directly and indirectly. We almost kind of adapted to that trickery, because then they came with the opium and look at it, backfired. Black people don't fuck with that shit. White people falling out in their kitchens holding their babies and all kind of shit, fucking with that shit. But it's crazy, man. Just the bodies, man, the death, the blood. Black people have become so desensitized. It's crazy that unless I push the issue, I can really go a whole year without talking to another black man about the genocide that's been done to us with the war on drugs, the war on black people, all the raids, man, people being killed in their homes, just traumatizing our kids, just everything, man. And it's crazy because somehow, even after all the chaos, people don't want to accept who the real villain is. And black men have almost taken on all the responsibilities when they're the victim of what's been done. Now we're just thugs, labeled thugs and criminals, cons. But it's crazy, man. Gotta have a lot of power to get away with something like that. It's gonna be a long road to freedom, man.